Now, if you're a parent starting solids, we can learn something from this. I want to share an analogy that I also share in my online course, Fuss-Free First Food. In case you're new here, I'm Talia, I'm a pediatric dietitian and I work with picky eaters. This video is more about how to prevent picky eating, and that is called responsive feeding. Now, you can feed responsibly whether you are doing baby-led weaning or purees and spoon feeding. Responsive feeding is what you probably are thinking that it is, and that is looking at your child's cues and taking in what their cues mean and feeding them in a way that is responding to their cues. So for example, if you were in a horrendous car accident and you weren't able to feed yourself and someone was spoon feeding you, would you want that person to look in your eyes and see that you are still chewing your food and you're not ready for the next bite of food on the spoon? Would you, like in this video, would you want someone to be kind of in a hurry and like just not paying attention to what they're doing and just like forcing the spoon inside your mouth? No, that would not be an example of feeding someone responsibly. Now, I remember when I was a young mum and I had little babies, I personally did baby-led weaning, but in combination with some purees, because yogurt is technically a puree, or it's puree texture. So we did some spoon feeding, which when I would do it, involved preloading the spoon and giving it to baby's hand and letting baby feed themselves, because baby knows I've still got food in my mouth, I'm not ready to stick something else in yet. But you can still feed responsibly if you are doing purees and you are choosing to spoon feed. The question I would ask you is, why are you choosing to spoon feed rather than giving the loaded spoon or the preloaded spoon to the child to feed themselves? In the course, and me personally, I'm a big fan of whatever you're comfortable with is a good way to start solids, whether it's baby-led weaning, purees, and making sure that you are gradually moving textures, because by 9 months old, all children, whether they are fed through purees or started with finger foods, should be on finger foods by 9 months old. The last thing you want, which I do see sometimes, is to have a child that hasn't advanced past purees for months and months, because they need to be past that texture and being able to autonomously feed themselves, and we don't want to take that away from them. Most of the videos I do on this page are for older children, like toddlers and older kids, so this is a different video. Let me know if this is the first time you're seeing me. Drop me a hello in the comments and leave me a question, because if you've got questions about feeding babies, I'm more than happy to answer those too.